Hello, everybody. It's me, X-A44, and welcome back to Soulvenir. Today,
I am back.
Yami is in a town of darkness, which is
Yeah.
honestly pretty normal for this world. For a reference, town of darkness is actually not that bad, all things considered, other than the fact that it's completely in ruins, more so than usual, after a recent attack from the Kingdom of Light. And that is currently why Yami is here today. After seeing some of the destruction there, I decided, hey, I should probably help out. So, hands over to just Yami being a janitor.
Yeah, so I think really the only help Yami can really give is sort of like manual labor, like moving, like clearing out massive chunks of debris and stuff.
Yep, that's
And
what I figured you'd be doing.
helping move, yeah, and helping move like
I didn't even
lumber and other
consult him before
stuff.
this. Just that I was just like, yeah, no, he'd definitely just be moving rubble. That's what he's good at.
Yeah, he's strong, so
Yeah, and well, as you're wandering around, just cleaning up things as you go, you passively just see some people approaching you. Um, and while you're like generally aware of how people look in this town, the people here, I mean, while they're dressed seemingly normal, their general like body type, I guess is the best way to say it, makes it look like they're foreigners because most of the people here are like not as well fed because constant war. Their farm fields were completely destroyed a couple of years ago. They're still rebuilding all that stuff, you know. And like while these people still have like the dirt and stuff, they definitely don't have the bill.
yeah.
They are approaching you currently, very cautiously and slowly from the back.
I guess he'll stop what he's doing and look towards them. Can I
Uh,
help you?
hey, just a little curious about what you're doing around these parts.
What does it look like? I'm clearing out some of the rubble here.
Uh-huh. And what exactly? Who exactly hired you to be doing this?
No one hired me. Expecting
So,
compensation. I'm just doing it to do it.
so you're all here by yourself, completely alone?
That is correct.
Ah, I see. I see. Have you ever committed a crime?
Can't say that I have.
Ah, I see. I see. Like maybe
I mean,
a murder?
I don't think I've actually. No, I've definitely killed. I think I killed one of the like town guards that were like soldiers that were attacking. I think I got another
Oh,
one of them. I think I got another one of them just killed.
so
Actually,
you're a little bit used to the whole murdering then, aren't you? And a little bit of the violence.
as long as it is in the name of justice.
Well, I mean, justice is what you make of it, kid. Like, I mean, when you really get down to it, so long as
Uh,
you're
uh,
got a good enough reason, you could kill just about anyone.
is there a reason you're here?
Well, I'm a bit of a gangster myself, as you say it. You know, uh, been living this streets for a good while now, and you know, we're not all too fond of fresh faces generally. So it's kind of my responsibility to check up and see exactly what the fresh meat's doing.
Either tell me what it is you want or get lost. I don't have time for this.
I see. Well, how about this? If you're planning on staying around here, I'm looking for a little bit of proof that you could match the culture a little.
You need proof that I can match the culture here.
So what does you say? You
Um,
interested in doing a bit of gang violence? Are you interested in gang violence?
depends on the reason why this needs to happen.
What you see these people, they went off and they killed my brother.
So you're looking for revenge then?
Yeah, from my brother.
I guess revenge is just the vigilante's form of justice.
Exactly. So what you say? You up for a bit of murders?
Hmm. How much does it pay?
You know, if you find anything around, I typically say finders keepers, dead bodies don't deserve human rights.
I don't know. It seems like you're quite desperate here.
It seems like you don't know where you're standing.
You need my help, you pay the price.
See, he just like whistles. I don't know how to whistle. I would do a dramatic whistle, but not a skill I have. Uh, and you suddenly just hear a few footsteps from behind you as like two guys walk in or walk up because you're out in the middle of the streets basically. You turn around, see the two guys. Uh, they definitely, you know, part of the gang. You could tell. I mean, based off the calling and also just yeah, they're this is definitely a gang. They are dressed like gang members. It's like the cohesiveness between the outfits is starting to add up now.
Can I ask a quick question? What is their soul refinement looking like?
They don't have any.
So now you're trying to scare me into what? Is this it?
I'm just trying to say that you can't really be here making demands when you ain't really putting anything on the table here.
What if I prove my worth? Show you how invaluable my skills can be.
Then you'll be welcomed into our home here.
Okay. Just quick question: how easy would it be to just one tap basically everyone here?
For you, uh, I mean, okay, I'm gonna actually take a tab over to your soul refinement for a minute. That is the NPC soul refinement. Your soul refinement. You have 9 Imperium. Huh? I mean, like, they're fairly tough. So, like, you could probably take all of these guys out by yourself, but like, you'd have to probably use just a little bit of your demonic energy to do so. And
Um,
you're not sure if there is more of them, and even if there is, I mean, you're still fairly certain at the very least you could get away without being too badly injured. But like, you know,
I'm gonna start things off with a little shadow cloak, just to cover the area in shadows.
right?
and then hit each one of these guys as hard as possible in the gut.
All
Except the
right.
boss guy. I'm gonna leave the boss guy up.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was like, okay. Yeah, because that would have some implications. All
The
right.
boss
So we're
guy
just
is the
gonna
one who wants to see how good I am.
see, and this is where you just completely just roll terribly and miss both of them. So you walk forward now, just cloaked in shadow. I'm assuming you're also gonna hidden form yourself or whatever.
Yeah, I'll
Shadow
form of
form.
shadow. I'll form of
Yeah.
shadow as well.
Yeah, it's that way you just can't even be seen. So for them, just everything just dims out, and all of a sudden you just disappear, and then just the one guy just squeals. He's like, "Oh," and the other guy, you punch him, and he's like, "Nothing."
So
Um,
did I? So I knocked one of them down. Did you say?
the other guy, like the one guy, is like he took a big hit from that. But like he's still standing. He's like holding his gut though. It
Okay.
definitely hurt him. Other guy, I mean, he like patted himself a bit, and he's just like, that was nothing. Uh, definitely hurt him a little bit, but like they're definitely
I'll
still
I'll hit
fightable.
them both. I'll hit them both again. They really can't
Um,
do anything to me while I'm in this.
I mean, there is one thing they could do. So you go to punch the guy, and knowing that he's going to be punched again, presumably. So you know how there's that one dark spell that negates physical attacks?
Disarming darkness.
Yeah. So anyway, you go to punch him and you don't.
Ah, yeah. I mean, what if I enrage though?
I mean, you did not declare that before, so
That is true.
yeah.
I guess I'll just beat the shit out of these people. Enrage and whatnot.
Okay, so you're just trying to like bar fight them, basically.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I'm just gonna single roll. You're not like pulling your swords out or anything, because I
No.
mean they could see that you're armed, or he saw that you were armed before. So like, you know, he could tell what's going on here. This is just you trying to act tough or whatever. And okay, wow. Uh, so just a few seconds later, after that, you're like, okay, I'm gonna have to actually start to like use a little bit of magic on these people, start putting in some a little bit more effort, and
Mhm.
as soon as you do, you just start like you headshot, bang, guy's unconscious. Elbow the other guy as your arm is like coming back, and boom, like his nose starts bleeding out as he drops to the ground. He's
And
clearly still
then
conscious, but he's not willing to get up.
yeah, and then just to do that like intimidation factor. As I cause the cloak of shadows and form of shadows to fade, I'll appear behind the leader guy and just rest the blade of one of my swords on his shoulder.
Okay, so yeah, it's just like he just sees just the cloak of shadows just like slowly eclipse around him, and then just suddenly just and he's got your blade resting on his shoulder. He turns around to you and is like, "All right, so you are pretty tough, but that ain't really the job we're asking here. We're asking for a good murder. So, maybe we could throw you a few coin, but
Well,
obviously, we can't say much until we know how clean of a job you're gonna do first. We
well,
cover our medical bills here. We the absolute one people we never beat up doctors. If you're a doctor, you're safe.
let's just say I was holding back at least a little bit. If I wanted to kill your men, they would have been dead by now. Hell, if I wanted you dead, you'd be dead as well. I can
Yeah,
do
I
a
mean,
clean
like
job. I can do it
I got
efficiently.
I got some good muscles here. You know, I've got the plan. I expect this stuff to happen from time to time.
I'm not asking for a lot, but a little compensation will be good.
Look, I
Let's
cover your
say,
medical, and then we'll work things out from there. Also, I forgot you're supposed to have your exhaustion. I did not track that on your hit points here.
that's fine. I didn't take any damage.
Yeah, you didn't take any damage yet, so just dropping you down to where you should be. But
Let's
just
let's
for the
say if I get the job done cleanly, 300.
300. I think you're overestimating how much we got.
How much you got then?
I mean, if you're doing like spectacular 10 out of 10 work here, we could pay you 20.
A little under my rate, but I'll take it.
Hey, but don't worry, you got your medical covered.
So here's the um, unlucky soul that's gonna be ripped from this world.
Well, his name's you know, Little Donnie. He's from the west side of town. You wander around those parts, and they'll probably do the same spiel to you. And well, you just get in there, ask where Little Donnie is, and just show him the girl one toe.
You say they'll give me the same spiel, which means I'm guessing someone would possibly try and hire me to get rid of you.
I don't know if they try to be hiring you to get around me, but I don't even know if they'd be trying to hire. They'll give you the whole gang spiel of, yo, you're on my turf, I'm trying to get you out. It just so happens that our circumstances is that we need a little bit of a murder here.
Very well. Consider it done. And with that, he'll sheath his blade and head to the west side of town.
All right. God, I love these characters.
Oh god, this is amazing. Yami getting involved in a gang war.
So you head through over to the side of town. You start wandering around, just looking for like any type of like graffiti or something, or like whatever would be a gang symbol of sorts for Normarkan territory that you could think of. And I'll do a roll to see just where you're sitting in that. Oh my god! Okay, this is where your luck starts to turn around. And instantly, as soon as you approach like the west side of the town, you see a gang marking, like some graffiti. You like follow it along the walls for a few, like, know, about like quarter mile or so, I'd say. No, that's probably too far. Good amount of distance. Uh, I don't know. I'm not going to give specific numbers. Uh, and eventually, you manage to actually just hear just someone be like, "Hey, yo, little Donnie, come over here. I gotta show you this thing." And you're like, "Oh, that was the guy. That was the guy. Okay, game time."
The minute I hear that, I'm gonna head towards them and instantly set up a shadow cloak and form of shadow.
All right.
And then I want to try and grab this little Donny guy and drag him away.
Okay. Yeah, no, they're not gonna see you. They're not expecting you. I'm gonna have to roll for like the actual grapple, but
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, oh wait, no, I forgot. I forgot grapples work the other way. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you managed to get a good grapple on him. You managed to just like throw him around a bit. You get him down to like a alleyway. Uh, Eventually, shadows end over there, and you just hear like the sounds of like kind of like like pacing footsteps, like mildly concerned. They're not like running around or anything. Would you have actually been counting how many people are there, or are you just grabbing the one guy going?
I would have taken a quick glance to see how many people were there, but I don't think he would have took the time to count every individual. So it's
All
sort of like a
right.
ballpark number.
You'd have seen that there is at least two, possibly six.
2 to 6, okay.
2 to 6. Yeah. It's very, very far out numbers when it's coming to that, but you're also. Oh, wait, no, I forgot you're able to see clearly in your own shadow cloak.
Yeah.
Huh. All right, then we'll say 3 to 5.
35, okay.
Yeah.
Well, while I've gotten rid of Donnie away, I'm gonna, give this guy, a good 1-2 stab.
Okay, you're just skipping straight to the stab, and you're not going to question him.
Didn't get paid to question.
Hey, wow. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. So you just drag him into the alleyway, and he looks up at you as you end the like cloaks and stuff, and he's like, "Yo, what? Wait, what's going on? Don't!" And then just straight into the neck. You thrust your sword in. It like you hear it clank against the wall. You bring your sword out. You look at it, and you're like, "Ah, there's some rubble on the tip of it." Ignoring the bloodstain directly beneath it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the blade a quick wipe off, resheath it, and using my good cloak of shadows and shadow cloak, shadow cloak and form of shadows, I will bring the body of little Johnny back to the man who hired me.
All right. Man, I did not expect that to go so cleanly. That's very surprising. This is astounding that for you.
What was
Like
that?
you've been rolling like nonstop 19s and 20s. For
Well,
the record, just
guess who just lost 5% humanity? Like the other murders were like at least within like a wartime. This was straight cold-blooded murder.
yeah, this is just straight gang violence. Good.
But yeah, for the viewers, Yami now has a demonic level tracker to see how far into his demonic state he's going. He's currently at an 85% demonic level with 15% humanity.
Yep. Was at 80% at the start of this. Which is, surprisingly good saying how you started at 50. You only gained 30% this entire campaign until now, where you're just suddenly bumping up 5%, which reasonable because you just committed gang violence.
Yeah. I mean, 30% makes sense. I think, yeah, I mean, it's a decent number from when he got his Sumamori to this point. He's gone through quite a bit of a change.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
The main question, which is, how much experience is all this getting me?
I mean, I'm gonna really quickly check the PvP.
But I've essentially killed one dude and knocked 2 into submission. So
you get 2.5% of his EXP, which I think you just get like 25 experience.
25 is better than nothing.
Yeah.
I should have dueled.
You think that would have been a little unnecessary?
Nothing is unnecessary when it comes to leveling up.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna be delivering Donnie's body to the boss.
All right, you bring him back, and he's like, "Hey, good work out there, brother." And he just like reaches out, tries to do like a high five fist bump thing. Are you gonna reciprocate in any way?
Nope.
Okay, so he just like just brings his hand back, slaps it forward, and just like when it's in position, he just kind of very slowly starts bringing it across, waiting, 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 waiting.
Let's move on. Is there anything else that you need me to take care of?
I mean, I no, that was the big thing. I mean, there's gonna be few more gang violences around here. It's just how things are in these parts. But for now, yeah, you did very good work out there. I honestly, when I told you 20 gold earlier, I was completely lying. I wasn't intending to pay anywhere near that much. But this is very clean work. Honestly, you deserve it. And he passes you like 20 gold, except he's doing it in coins. He's not doing it in a bag. So they like scattle along the floor.
I'll grab my 20 gold.
All right. You pick the 20 gold off the ground.
Look. Ava might have questions where this money came from, but let's not tell her that it's blood money.
I mean, to be fair, during the last session, which technically happens in the future from now, they say, I'm trying to learn what morality is. It isn't going well. So, you know, I don't think they care currently.
You know
Maybe give
what?
it 10 sessions and they will.
Yep. Anyway, so is there any other jobs you got for me?
We're all clean for now. But you know what? I, I gotta say, I am starting to like you a little bit much, brother. So, how about you, hang around these pots? We could always use a few more hands.
I guess I can stay for a little bit, but I have to be on my way soon.
Where you going?
I have to join back up with my party.
Oh, wait, tell me a little bit more about this party of yours.
I guess you could say we're adventurers.
Ventures, uh-huh. What adventuring you doing?
Well, really, we're just kind of doing anything that can help right now. I guess my party doesn't fully understand the ways of true justice.
And why you say that?
Well, when the Light Army attacked, they were very adamant about not taking any lives.
Ah, baloney. I say, that's how it be. The only thing you do is when you feel when you need to kill, you kill. It's just the way of life, man. It's just the way of life.
If one is prepared to kill, one must be prepared to die.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. It's just that whole like no killing thing, even in war, that just seems so high and mighty. I mean, that sounds like something you'd hear straight from Lighttown, and look at what they did. It's all baloney.
Yeah.
Uh, um, with that, he's actually gonna try and like, he's gonna lead you to like an actual like gang hideout of sorts. Just so you like rest up a bit. Um, as you like actually make it, it's like a little bit of like a dugout. And you can just see like, you know, it very clearly was made after the original war that happened here. There's like basically just like scrap like metal and like fencing that was like put up along the walls to like hold up what is basically just a cave. And there's like a few pieces of like tapestry just thrown about in places with like their symbol on it, presumably, just to like make it feel a little bit more homey. But there's only really about enough room in here to fit about like, I don't know, maybe like 8 people if you're trying to not pack it completely. But there is enough beds here to fit about like 12 to 15. You're not sure if they're like full capacity here, but like they're, I mean, already they're pushing it with just the number of beds.
So how many gangs are there in Darktown?
Well, around these parts, I mean, it's hard to say, they pop up from time to time, and not a lot of them last very long. Sometimes people call themselves a gang when really they're just two dudes trying to, you know, do something special. It's like
Uh,
those one guys, I don't know if you're not around from these parts, but you wouldn't really understand. But it's these two dudes known as Blake and Jake. You know, they're known as a little bit of a local hero. We tell their story to all the children here. You know, always get really excited to see them. Living legends, I say. But you know, they started the same way the rest of us did, and that's what makes them so special. And well, I mean, you could say they were gangs at one point, but honestly, you know, people like that, they passed that. You know, they never really started that because they're just doing what they do. So, I mean, if I had to give a number, I'd say about six.
and what is the Dark King's views on the gangs around here?
Yeah, I mean, Kings, who cares about that? You know, all that Kings got us was a war, a second war, and probably another war a few years down the line. You know, we given up on all that King nonsense.
See, have you ever thought about maybe instead of working as a gangs, you could all unite and become I don't know, an army for the town?
I mean, yellow, like we serve ourselves. We're not here for the town. We're here for ourselves and our family. You know, we ain't got nowhere else to go, man. This ain't really a town so much as it is an environment. I mean, if you go out there in the wastes, you don't see, you know, it's the same out there. The same out there as it is in here. And deeper you get in, it's all the same. You know, people always got that thing about the small towns, the big towns, the giant clock tower that just exists in this world for some reason. I mean, I don't know.
I believe the clock tower is a place for departed souls.
I mean, say what you want about it. We all got our theories about why it's there, but only thing we know is that it's always been there and it's always gonna be there. Same with everything
I
else in this
mean,
world. It's pretty symbolic.
entered the clock tower?
I mean, no, as far as we know, no one's ever been in there. You know, I mean, does it even
Well,
have
I
an
can say
inside? I don't know.
it has an inside. Me and my party have explored it a few times now.
Been inside that's crazy, man. I gotta say, some people out there, they're really something else.
I told you I would be valuable.
Well, so, what exactly that place like then?
A big mystery.
Ah,
We've been in there a few
no,
times, but we still haven't fully figured it out.
about what I expected. Something about that clock tower. It just seemed to symbolize life in some way. Just a big mystery that you never really get explained. So, I don't know. I mean, saying about like rebuilding this place and stuff, but like, it's just like I don't even see how you could see that as a possibility with how things are here. Like it's just streets aren't even safe. You go out there and there's just some type of crime happening. I mean, you know, we only got these gang bases because as that's the only place they don't steal from. If you try and base out in one of these buildings, it's only a matter of time until something gets stolen. You know, I mean, in some places I hear they call, life crime being like the underground or something. But like, you know, yeah, I feel like they don't mean it this literally of the crown people live underground. Maybe they do. Who knows? I ain't ever been to any other town, and no one I know has ever been to any other town because, those towns, oh, jeez, they sound terrible.
Some of them are actually kind of nice.
I mean, yeah, for yous. But, like, if you went out somewhere dressed like how we dress, we're talking how we talk, walking like how we walk, I mean, they ain't nice to us out there.
Do you
I
really give them
mean,
any reason to be nice?
uh, we're just trying to live our best lives here. We're not hurting anyone out there. We keep everything to ourselves. You know, we only like this because we ain't got no other choice than to be like this. I mean,
That
like,
sounds like an excuse to me.
hey, it's a pretty good excuse though. I mean, what you tried? Do you think what you're doing here is actually going to mean anything in the long run? I mean, let's face it.
Honestly,
This place has been to war so many times that anything you do to rebuild, it's only going to be temporary. I mean, it's only a matter of time before every city out there falls. And once they do, who's picking up the pieces then? It ain't you.
so it's better to just give up?
It's not giving up. It's playing the hand you're dealt. You stick with what you got and you don't try and look in the deck.
Get it. You're born into a place that knows nothing but violence. So you think there's nothing but violence you can do.
I mean, I don't even know. I mean, I wasn't even necessarily born into it. I was about, maybe 11, 12 years old when the first war happened. I mean, it's tough, but life keeps going on. Uh, this time he's gonna actually you know, go around to like a makeshift table, and he's gonna, call you over to it, and he's gonna
Oh,
pull out a deck of cards, start shuffling them a bit.
I'll take a seat.
All right.
I know how you feel. The place I was born, essentially a wasteland where nothing but war is waged.
Yeah. I mean,
There's, there's some
maybe it's,
civilization.
that's. I mean, yeah, it fit in here pretty dang well. So I mean, I ain't surprised. Where are you from then?
The underworld.
Ah, coming from the depths of hell. Ah, it's pretty. Yeah, I should have known. It's just like my grandmother.
Your grandmother's from the underworld, is she?
Yeah, crawled straight up there herself. Ah, yeah, mom said it's quite a story. My family is. I come from all over the place. Mom's an elf, dad's a half demon. I'm a something. Honestly, I ain't even tried to figure out what I am.
As far as I'm aware, I'm nothing but a half demon. Third
Uh,
son of one of the demon lords.
I mean, I don't really see that. I mean, like, I mean, do you see any elf in me? Do I look like an elf to you? I'm apparently supposed to be like at least like 50% elf by blood, which I mean, I know that don't mean much from how things are, but like, you know, I mean, you ain't really who your genetics say you are. You're who you are today and tomorrow, and not the day after that. You're just who you are today and who you are tomorrow.
I always try
Everything
to
before
believe
that,
that.
everything past that, ain't really gonna matter.
The moment I was born, I could tell I was different from my family.
And I
There's
mean,
some
that ain't your family. Your family's out here with us.
recently a bit different. I can feel that darker side taking its hold on me.
I mean, look, as long as you live in the way you are now, I see that it's just gonna be all fine. You know, take things as they come, and you're doing that pretty well from what I've seen.
You're doing pretty well yourself.
Ah, shucks, thanks, yeah. I was
Um,
gonna just start to like pass out like a hand of cards to you.
they call you.
Me, my name is man, I didn't get that far. What was my name? Um, look, I wrote down game member. I didn't write much else. I didn't think it'd get this far. um,
Give him some just generic gang leader name.
I don't know what's a generic gang leader name.
Um, fuck.
Pablo. Name
Um,
Pablo.
Pablo, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Pablo, they call me Yummy.
Ah, that's a nifty name.
Yeah. You know, Pablo, on the surface, you might seem like a relatively decent person, which I can tell that to an extent you are. I can also tell your soul's pretty weak.
Yeah, I mean, what? What's that supposed to mean?
It means that against most people in this world, you wouldn't stand a chance in a fight. And
I
hell,
mean,
I'm not even that strong myself, but if it came to it, I could take you out in seconds.
I mean, I'm not trying to be the strongest in the world here. I'm trying to be strongest on the block. You know? I
Or
mean,
the
I
day
see
might
that you've got big dreams out there. You know, dreams far bigger than you and me, far bigger than this town. And, I respect that. You know, it ain't the life for me, though.
the thing is, the day might come when you need to stand up for those you care for. The person you might be fighting could be stronger than you could ever hope to fight. Just
Uh,
give it some thought.
And who's that strong person you're talking about?
Could be anyone.
Don't give me that. I can tell that you're thinking of someone when you say that.
There's a few people we've encountered that have shown us that we're not as strong as we might think. You ever
Uh,
heard of the Rotus crew?
ain't never heard of that name before in my life. Sounds pretty nowhere-ish. Rotus? Yeah, that's
Let's
definitely ain't a really cultural name.
let's just say they're a gang of sorts of their own.
Hmm.
They've done some pretty horrible things.
Yeah. What they do to you?
Nothing to me. They've hurt my friends.
Friends. Huh. You're a pretty sentimental guy when you really get down to it, ain't you?
I guess so.
Well, I mean, good luck with them then. I was still thinking that might be a chance that you would stay around here with us, but you know, sounds like you actually got a chance at something. If we see any of those Rhodes, knuckles, we'll rough them up a bit for you.
At the stage you are, you wouldn't even be able to lay a finger on them.
It's always worth a shot.
you were to apply yourself and do a bit of refinement, maybe.
Uh, okay, so we'll do a little bit of a thing here. So you just, you know, say that. After that, you kind of just focus on hand he's dealt you. You look at the cards, you play for a bit, and as you are, you do notice that actually does start to grow a little bit on the inside, if you know what I'm saying.
Yo,
It's
Yami out here giving people soul refinement.
yeah, he's gained a small amount of soul refinement from that conversation. And he's not the only one to gain soul refinement from that conversation. This one, yes. Oh man.
Yo, the Yami gang. Getting some soul refinement.
Uh, yeah, you need a little bit of soul refinement yourself.
Oh, yeah. How much what I got? Oh, some fabricado, I think.
Yep,
Some total soul refinement. I think my fabricado might be Petrum Gold, or I think that's still the same.
yeah, it's still the same. You just got 2
Yeah.
fabricado, 1 general.
Yo, I'm out here getting stronger.
Yeah.
I'll come back to this town and they'll be like running things properly.
They're gonna come back to this town and they're all gonna be dead because they tried to, fight the Rotifer. So then you're gonna be traumatized.
I want them not to go up against them, so they it's their own fault if they choose to fight and die.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is there anything
maybe
else you want?
they'll actually grow to be some pretty decently powerful people.
Maybe. I mean, well, you could see from the maximum, they're not capable of getting that powerful.
Where are they?
I mean, I'd say that they, they're probably only about capable of getting up to about maybe 70 in their categories. Uh, Only about 250 total. So you know, casually an eighth of what you're capable of.
But they could actively get stronger than my brother.
Yeah, they could get stronger than your brothers, but that's about it.
Anyway, so I guess we play a few hands. Play a few hands of I'm guessing poker.
Yeah, we're playing a few games. Play a game known as Phantom Dice for a while too. And
Okay.
then after a while, I'm guessing we're just gonna leave off session there as you go back.
Yeah.
All right.
Got 20 gold worth of blood money.
Yep. Also, you need to use a ration because yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, one ration. Okay, that puts me down to 5, and I guess I'll have to refill my canteen probably as well.
Yeah, they have a well in the town, so as long as you're in a
Yeah,
town, you're
I'll
able
just.
to refill.
Uh,
Yeah. All right then.
right.
With that, we are gonna comment, and subscribe on the video. Yo, leave a like and a comment.